Hi guys, this is Samantha from Long Neck Manor, and one of the questions that we do get asked a lot is about our training. So in particular right now, we are working with our big guy, Kafele. You may not be able to see him back there, but we do our training with him in our giraffe squeeze, our giraffe tamer, which is what Leah is up on right now. So we are currently working on his hoof care. He is an individual who doesn't particularly like to be touched. So with him, we actually do standing sedations in our giraffe squeeze or tamer. So we are just prepping for that. Here in a few weeks, we're actually doing one with him, but ideally we open the front gate, he walks right in, and then we are able to work on those feet for him. So if you guys wanna come on over, we'll kind of walk you through the training that we do. So Leah is up top, I guess on our catwalk, you could call it. I am typically on this ladder in the very front, and I have Kafele's highest reinforcer. His favorite thing to train for is brows. Leah has something that is a little bit less desirable. It is wassa crackers. So typically when he first walks in, we open this door, and his focus will be on Leah. She tries to get him to come as far forward as he can, which then we will try to change his focus onto the brows. Ideally for him, we will give him his highest reinforcer or brows once all 4 feet are in the squeeze. Because one, there's a scale at the bottom, so it will help us get an accurate weight on him, but also all 4 feet need to be on the squeeze in order for us to close this back door on the day that we do our standing sedation. So I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna open the door for Kafele. There he is. So he has access to our squeeze. So once I open this door, Leah is gonna try to get his attention with our target stick. You can see he's a little interested. So hopefully he'll walk on through. We do try to do training sessions every single day with him. However, yesterday we attempted a session and he walked over, looked at us, and then walked away and ignored us for 10 minutes. So we decided to call the session. We actually try to work with him with crowds so that it doesn't affect him when somebody's watching. So sometimes we'll have our sweet guests at the picnic table so that they can watch. We even had, like when we had construction, we were still working with him so that he could get used to noises. The one thing that is not his absolute favorite is the wind. And that's just because it starts rattling all these doors. We do still try to do sessions because on the day of his procedures, we don't know what the weather is gonna bring. But I mean, there's no forcing him in, obviously. So we just kind of work with him. Sure. So when Kafele is coming into the squeeze, Leah is doing just a few easy targets for him. That way it's kind of reinforcing the behavior of coming over into the squeeze. He's not, even though his face is in the squeeze, his feet aren't quite yet though.
I'm gonna ask him to go forward.
Okay. So Leah's gonna ask him to come forward by presenting the target a little bit further away. He does like to do this thing where he cheats, so we'll see if he does it today. He tries to pull the stick. There we go. That was a cheating moment.
Yeah, I got that.
That's okay. So right now he only has 2 feet in the squeeze. So Leah will do a few targets, and then she will try to move him even more forward. Oh, now he wants the brows. Maybe.
No.
There we go.
Take it. If his focus is shifted, I'm just gonna pull
Okay.
it. Yeah, there we go.
So ideally, he'll have 4 feet in. Since he moved forward, I'm only gonna give him a small bite. No, no, no. And then once he does have all 4 feet in, I will let him just free feed on this. Come on. Just one more foot. Good. So now that all 4 feet are in the squeeze, I give him a high reward or a jackpot. You want to call it? Yeah. So we'll basically just let him feed on this while all 4 feet are in the squeeze so that he associates that's kind of what we're asking of him. Yeah. And then whenever he does that, if I can get him to come in again, since he did back out one of his feet, we'll see. Come on. Come on. One more foot.
He keeps shifting his weight.
He does. Ooh, good. So now that he came back in with all 4 feet, I'll just let him free feed on the browse. And since he did it twice in this session, after this one, we would probably call it and end the session there.
If he takes that mouthful,
Okay.
pull off the ladder.
We do really try to end a session on a good note, meaning that this was a good note since he came in twice. He brought all 4 feet in. Even we'll see if he'll do it a 3rd time. Good boy. There we go. But we kind of base it on his behavior and reading his behavior that day. But he's actually doing really good today. A lot of times he'll take a big mouthful and he'll back up, but he's actually keeping all 4 of his feet in the squeeze. So I know watching this now, Kafele has made huge progress, so it may look like this was an easy thing. This has been over a year in the making. So going through a squeeze, standing in a squeeze is not typically normal or natural for giraffes. In the wild, they're not squeezing through anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and close him off to this. So about a year ago, he would not shift through this at all. He was the only giraffe that did not come in through the squeeze. He would actually come in, take a hard left, and completely ignore this. So me and Leah have worked really hard with him, just associating the squeeze with really positive things, mainly food for him. So lots of acacia, lots of wassa. So getting them to go into the squeeze is very important, just for their overall welfare. For him in particular, it is for his feet, whereas the females, it's very important that they go into the squeeze because this is also where we're able to do their ultrasounds. So having something like this really just kind of brings together their whole well-being and just their overall health. So it's very nice that all 4 of our giraffes not only walk through it, they'll stand in it, and then they even walk through it coming back into the barn. So if you guys like learning about long neck manner, Kafele, or hoof care, just like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.